Come on, Poppy. You can get the revive off. Nice. Now, Caitlyn, I believe in your ability to click on them. I trust you. And that's another easy win. I'm the dead Pyke, by the way. Renekton would have been even smaller. Renekton gets a triple here. Renekton would have been the biggest in arena. Here's what I think about your Renekton comments. Hook, stun, ulti, and that's a cooked crocodile. Now just cut the video. I said cut, don't keep rolling the footage. Stop the video or they'll find out the truth. Renekton wins here. Okay, so maybe Renekton is busted. But Pyke's ultimate is even better. Just look at how I style on Team Raptor. From hooking, stunning and ulting the Warwick, to just stunning the Twitch for like 2 seconds thanks to all my extra vitality from Anvils. Seraphine was also there, I guess. Okay, my team is at critical health and Poppy cannot play at the start thanks to raid boss. I didn't wanna do this, but I'll have to activate Beast mode. While in Beast mode, I become faster, stronger, smarter. I'm just better.
I am better!
While in Beast mode, I cannot be killed, only injured. And yet, even those wounds regenerate so fast that you'd think I never got hit. Just look at how hard they are trying to get rid of me, to silence me, but Beast mode won't allow it. I must leave, not for myself, but for Team Scuttle. It does come at a price though. In Beast mode, I cannot hit abilities, otherwise it would just be too easy. That is the one mercy that I grant my opponents. Okay, so now that I've gotten my 74% shareholders, I've become unstoppable. I'm so fast thanks to Pyke's W that I can just Omaewa Twitch at the start of the round. And afterwards his teammates Seraphine and Warwick are just one hook and ulti away from getting killed. Nothing can possibly make me lose this match now. So here comes the final round. Honestly, the only way I can even lose is if Twitch somehow 1 or 2 shots me while he is in stealth. But come on, how likely is that? He needs some kind of autocast augment or item that shoots for him. Okay, Pyke didn't really work. So how about we try some Susan? Yeah, stacking is kind of difficult in arena since you don't have minions, and your teammates can easily steal your stacks. But hey, this Fiddle and Cho seem like pretty good players. And I did manage to Bluetooth stack the Smolder. But man, this Shaco is so annoying to catch, just look at how he runs away so far. Now we are against Team Raptor, and man, I'm surprised Fiddle managed to just fear everybody there. He didn't look like it would hit. These guys just have so much sustain. I mean, they have a Nami, so I'm not surprised, but at the same time, they have 2 tanks, you know, so it's so hard to kill through 2 tanks and a healer. Especially since Nami has the Kindred ultimate as a spell, so she makes them not die. But we're still beating them. Of course, Cassante managed to get the flower, so that makes him even more unkillable, because of course he got it. But we are still doing very good so far. Hopefully this does not mean that in the future this team will, I don't know, win the entire tournament or something like that, right? Like, that's just ridiculous. They would need to have an infinite amount of damage to deal with my stacking Cho'Gath and my stacking HP and my infinite sustain thanks to my Grasp of the Undying augment and my passive. So, remember how I said that stacking is hard? Well, not if you don't flash and let your Cho die. You can stack them by yourself instead of letting him feast. It's fine though. I'm sure he didn't realize that and he's just pinging because he's amazed at how much damage he took. Anyways, damn, this Fiddle 6 is very good with his fears. Like, thanks to him, I managed to get a second stack this round. Go Team Golem, I guess. If you are wondering just how strong my team is, here's Team Minion, composed of Rise, Fiora and Belvet, teleporting into us. Let's see how long it will take us to take them down. "14 seconds and 35 milliseconds. Not too bad, not gonna lie. Hopefully we can keep up this performance. In this round, we are against Team Krugs. Just a reminder, we are Team Golem, which is basically just a giant Krug. So it would make zero sense to lose this. Also, thanks to my augments, I can now permanently wither someone. The only problem is the fact that I'm also somehow permanently slowed and rooted by this Karma and Jean. Luckily for me, as I've said before, I have infinite sustain and a lot of health. I also fight Karma for most of this match, and thanks to my Cloak of Starry Nights, I take so much less spell damage that it basically doesn't even count as a fight. Just two people that barely damage the other, running to plants and waiting for their team to clean up. And with Jean's fall, the timer stops at 53 seconds and 48 milliseconds. Quite a bit more than our previous battle, which only lasted 14 seconds. In fact, it's almost 4 times longer, but I guess that's what happens when you fight a team with an enchanter and Fizz. One keeps shielding, the other runs away. This battle against Team Poro is just a reminder that this fiddle is the GOAT. Just look at his fear. You know, it's pretty sad just how countered Team Minion is. Like, how do you beat a Nasus that has Perma Wither when you have two auto attackers like Belvet and Fiora? The answer is simple, you don't. And poor Rise can't do anything either. In our next encounter with Team Krug, I found out that Jean does a lot of damage. No surprise there, since by this point he has over 1000 AD. Still, we lose this round because of this. Now, the battle with Team Raptor is legendary. We started with a great fear from Fiddle like always, but after some chaos fighting, I start to have a one-on-one with their Anvil man, Skarner, who finally managed to get his shareholders. Somehow, he was actually keeping up with me. Still, it didn't look like he could win, since it's pretty hard to use Skarner's Q and passive when you're perma-withered. And while we both had sustain, only one of us had sustain mitigation, which was my Serpent's Fang. I admit though, Morello or Thornmail would have been better, but either Cho or Fiddle, I can't remember who, already had anti-heal, so I didn't bother to get it. Anyways, we win this round, and I win my 1v1, Team Raptor surviving on critical health. Our battle with Team Krug was pretty weird. Their greatest strengths were the sustain that Karma provided and the damage Jean dealt. The problem is, items can counter both of them. As long as me and Fiddle were both attacking the same person, our Morello and Serpents wouldn't let Karma sustain. As for Jean, I had Randuins and a lot of armor for him. Sadly, I didn't get to use it since Cho just stunlocked him and then just made him his lunch. So, this is the final battle of the arena match. And spoilers, we lost hard. But you may be wondering, how? Well, you see, I was focusing Skarner, since he had the Elder Dragon buff, and kept appearing in the kill feed. And he also got a lot more anvils since we last fought him, so I thought that he was the team's muscle. I was very wrong though. The actual muscle was the fish, Nami. You see, I didn't notice that she got some really fair and balanced augments. The curses. There are augments that stack by doing certain actions, and they give you permanent stats, like HP, haste, resistances, AP, movement speed, and I believe even heal and shield power. So how much did Nami manage to stack them? Well, these are her stats from the battle before this one. I didn't actually click on her in our final battle since I was focusing on Skarner, so we may never know just how much AP she had. But it was certainly enough to one-shot us. I don't get asked out a lot by girls. Actually never. But I do get asked a lot. How do you win in arena? So here's a guide. Step 1. Pick bravery. Wins do not count unless you pick bravery. Of course, Riot counts them, cause Riot is dumb. But I, the person who has access to Beast Mode, do not count non-bravery wins as wins, since everyone knows the only way to play arena is through bravery. Step 2. Reroll your first augment until you get a curse. Everyone knows curses are the best, just remember Nami. Step 3. Get bees. You see, normal augments are strong, but Hive Mind, the bee augment, sends out bees to your enemies. How can anybody play the game when 20 bees are buzzing in their headphones because of my augment? The answer is they can't, that's why you always take bees. Just look at how my bee army is destroying Yorick even when I'm dead. Step 4. Get as many busted team sustain items and augments as possible, since nobody buys Grievous or Serpents in arena. Just look at how my Urgot is just out-sustaining them thanks to my heal and barrier summoner spell that casts twice by the way, and my spamming of Lulu's E together with Sword of Blossoming Dawn. We interrupt this awesome guide for some urgent information. Are you tired of Evelyn just cutting your HP to 50? Do you hate 10-minute games? Well, fear not, I have a solution for you. For the low price of everyone dancing, Evelyn restores everyone to 100 HP. Now, back to our guide. Step 5. Keep on upgrading your augments so that you can sustain more and deal even more damage with your bees. With enough sustain, you'll be able to just tank the strongest person in the lobby. Of course, that's while you aren't polymorphing him, thanks to your stacking ability haste, courtesy of your starting curse. Step 6. Subscribe to all my channels. This way you may one day also achieve Beast Mode and dominate arena matches like myself. Step 8. You are now ready to go to the strongest player in the lobby, aka max attack speed Jinx with Yumi on top, and press Lulu's outplay button over and over again, thanks to your 500 ability haste and infinite armor. You can now watch the ADC player suffer like every single ADC player deserves to, while you outplay and outsmart him, because remember, you are stronger, smarter, you are better, thanks to this guide. And just like that, we get to the final step. Step 9. Stay on the podium and watch another one of my videos.